Yeah, so I was goofing on people on mylespaul.com again as usual. Bringing up the Dali. The Fuglio Dali. My greatest happy accident. So I figured I'd break her back out. Anybody that knows me knows the story by this point, but I have noticed that I have acquired some new viewers on these goofy videos lately. I figured I'd give you the story on this guitar. With pictures, because I wound up digging out the old photos in my hard drive about that guitar. So I figured maybe some newcomers might get a kick out of the story. This guitar, this is another lockdown story, of course. So, the very beginning of lockdown, stuck at home, money coming in a little bit, and I started looking on Facebook Marketplace for some guitars, looking for a sweet deal. So I found this back in Jersey, not far from where I grew up. I found a guy who was looking to get rid of an Epiphone Les Paul for $125. I was like, okay. So I hit him up, and I went by there to check it out. And he showed me this, which I'll put up the original picture of what it looked like when it had its original awful paint job, and just the thing was just weird. I had no idea it was a bolt-on at the time when I went to go check it out, and I was just like, what the hell is this thing? And it had this funky Salvador Dali stencil on it. it kind of faded like this brown paint around it. It wasn't as red here. It kind of browned out and had all this, actually had drips in it, hardened paint drips. But the paint to me reminded me of that stuff that you'd find in like high school gyms on like locker room walls and shit. And so I gave him $125 for it and brought it home. And I don't know. After I kind of didn't know what to make of it. It wasn't all that impressive. But then I was like, you know what? Let's do some things to this. And I wanted to learn how to start trying to sand guitars down. I think at that point, I don't know if I'd done the I don't think I'd done the 339 yet, or maybe I did. I don't know. All I know is I started sanding this thing down, and all these weird other layers of paint started coming up. So I started getting all these weird swirls, and I mean, I'm just surprised at what a rather massive piece of wood this thing is. This is, I don't know what it weighs, but it's not a light guitar. And I just started fussing with it, and everybody just kept telling me that weird lines and everything, the layer stuff looked cool, so I should keep that. And then after a while, I just kind of committed to it. And then I'd figure I'd stain the top. And so I tried something with some tung oil and some stain and some spliff and coffee ash. The coffee that I roast myself. I used to roast a lot of coffee myself. So there's a lot of my own bean in here. And again, some of my spliff ash. And yeah, all kinds of stuff. And it was weird. It kind of all melted off at first. So then I tried, I don't know what it was that I tried specifically. I think I just gooped a shit ton of stain finish and tung oil back on it. And it kind of turned into this weird thing that looked like meat. It really also reminded me of that clay wall in Videodrome that the people are tied to, but that's a whole nother road less traveled, let's say. And then of course, I don't know when it was, but it was years ago. I was cleaning the smoking alley at the theater, and I found what I don't know if it's a doll's eye or a person's glass eye. But all I know is his eye was peeking up on me from the sidewalk. So I got it and just threw it in my pocket like, one would do. And it sat in this little dish I have over here, you can't see, that my friend Melissa sent me years ago. It's a little ashtray from Amsterdam that I keep all kinds of weird things in because maybe I'll use them in guitars someday. And that was in there. Look, I got a fluoride crystal. Look at that. It's actual fluoride. Yeah, there's all kinds of funky stuff in here. Prada badge I found. I don't know where that's going to go. But, yeah. H. Hurst. But, yeah. So there's all kinds of funky things there. And I had that eye. So I came up with the bright idea to take out the switch selector and put a pickup selector switch and put that up the Pink Panther. Great movies. I digress. Find some weird things cleaning up after shows at the theater fairly often. So I put the eye in there, and Jay at Amfarm actually wired it up to an LED, so if I get a new battery, I can get it to light up. But what I'd really like to do, I had them routed out so I could put a P90 in it, because it had 2 mud buckers in it when I got it. So we ripped out the mud buckers, and we put in what I got from my buddy Yov. He gave me a set of DiMarzios, which I had in the bridge, the neck and the bridge. I have since then replaced the top DiMarzio with the neck DiMarzio with the Pro Bucker from my 2020. 50s gold top, Epiphone 50s gold top. So that Pro Bucker's here, but I kept the bridge DiMarzio, and then I got this P90 off eBay for like 25 bucks. So, but that's what I'm playing through now. That's the P90. Here's the Pro Bucker. And then here's a DiMarzio in the bridge. So yeah, but this thing took like, I don't know, like 3-4 days to harden up. It looks like tissue, living tissue. But yeah, I weirded out all the sides, did some funky sanding around, going down to natural wood in a few places where you see the yellow. And there's just, I don't know what the hell is going on with this guitar. And that's where I also came up with the headstock logo idea. Yeah, and I screwed up with the knobs though. I really wanted the tone knob, I mean the P90 to have the black, but screwed that up. Put it on the wrong place, and pots were kind of hard to set with how bumpy the top is. They don't really sit very tight like a Tiger to the body, to the chassis, because it's rather 3D-ish on here. On that top, it's kind of tough. I don't know how well you can see. Yeah, see, looks varicose, doesn't it? With black blood of evil hearts. Believe it or not, a couple people tried to buy this stupid guitar. Yeah, so there's that. Definitely the most unique guitar in my collection. There's only 3 Fuglios in existence, and I have 2 of them. Fred has the 3rd one, you'd have to ask him. Yep, this is one of the first true crimes against guitars that I committed.